Რეალური პოლიტიკა Malkhaz Gulashvilთან ერთად.
Greetings, dear viewers and radio listeners. You are watching and listening to Georgian Times. This is the program Real Politics. I am Malkhaz Gulashvili, and today, as every Monday, together with Soso Manjavidze, we will review, analyze, and forecast the ongoing events in Georgia and around the world. First of all, congratulations. Yesterday was the day of remembrance of the great Georgian king Mirian and Queen Nana, who declared Christianity the state religion of Georgia. Congratulations on this great day. Honestly, Soso, I feel that we still do not fully realize how important yesterday's day truly was. Just imagine, we are all Christians. We had a king and queen who declared Christianity the state religion, and yet we barely celebrate it. Neither state institutions nor society properly mark the occasion. Of course, churches hold liturgies and prayers, but is that enough for a country where 6 apostles preached in the first century? One of them was equal to the apostles themselves. In 1700 years ago, King Mirian and Queen Nana declared Christianity the state religion, yet we still fail to fully appreciate it. Why do you think that is? Is it a problem of national self-awareness?
No, the issue is simply that not enough attention is paid to it. It's very simple. Once attention is focused on something, people begin to understand and appreciate it.
There's another point as well. Like the 6 apostles preached here in the first century, yet we say that Georgia became Christian only in the 4th century.
Because Christianity became the state religion in the 4th century?
Exactly. They celebrate 1,700 years, but we could also celebrate 2,000 years because Christianity arrived in Georgia much earlier.
Yes, Christianity arrived earlier, but usually people celebrate the moment when it became the official state religion.
Then why was yesterday not celebrated properly with the scale and dignity it deserves as a state holiday? Honestly, I cannot understand it. Is it really less important than May 26th?
It's good that you are drawing attention to this topic. We have a duty toward our ancestors.
These were great kings and queens who carried an enormous historical burden and responsibility. If we don't focus on this, then what should we focus on? Before moving on, please subscribe to our channel, TV Georgian Times. Also subscribe to TV Georgian Times International, where Russian and English translations of our programs are uploaded. Please like the video as well. We have 1,700 viewers, but only 336 likes. That's very little. I know many people enjoy the program, but simply forget to press like. It's not for us, and it helps the YouTube algorithm. The fire of hell in the skies over Ukraine this is how the Western press described Russia's latest actions against Ukraine. On May 23rd to 24th, Russia launched a large-scale combined air assault using 90 missiles and nearly 600 drones. Among them were 1 medium-range ballistic missile, Oreshnik, 2 X-47M2 Kinzhal aero-ballistic missiles, 3 3M22 Zircon anti-ship missiles, 30 Iskander ballistic missiles, 54 cruise missiles, including Kh-101, Iskander, and Kaliber. Ukraine's air defense reportedly neutralized 55 Russian missiles and 549 drones. However, 16 missiles and 52 kamikaze drones struck 54 locations. In addition, drone debris fell in 23 locations, while 19 Russian missiles reportedly failed to reach their targets due to technical problems. This Russian escalation followed a Ukrainian strike on the night of May 22nd against a vocational college and dormitory building in occupied Luhansk. According to Russia's investigative committee, 4 drones were used in the attack. Students, including minors, were reportedly inside the building. Russia's emergency ministry stated that 21 people were killed and 42 injured. Ukraine's general staff claims that Russian drone operators were actually being trained inside the facility. It appears that this war is entering a new phase, perhaps becoming even more ruthless.
Ruthless? They even struck residential areas, yet there is still no sign of an end. In my opinion, this was neither ruthless nor effective. It was simply a show, as they told Putin, for the entertainment of grandmothers. That's exactly what it was, a stage performance. Government buildings in Kyiv are still standing untouched. No serious strategic strike occurred. Those now beating their chests and celebrating are engaging in absolute bluffing.
Then what exactly are they doing? Why do we see negotiations and bombing happening simultaneously?
There are many theories about this. One major theory is that this is a deliberate process aimed at bringing both states into a condition where certain globalist plans can later be implemented. Another theory is depopulation. especially of Ukrainian territory, and the maximum weakening of Russia. Just look at the money involved. Billions were effectively spent. And what was achieved? Almost nothing. Then Solovyov and his circle appear on television, making loud statements and pretending there was some great victory.
The United Kingdom, France, Spain, Italy, and Canada blocked NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte's proposal to allocate 0.25% of GDP for military aid to Ukraine. According to the Telegraph, Rutte admitted the initiative lacked enough support among allies. Why do you think support for Ukraine is weakening?
Simply because 0.25% is a huge amount of money. Today, Ukraine effectively serves as a buffer zone for the European Union. In the minds of EU leadership, Ukraine is a territory that must be armed as much as possible in order to weaken Russia. Another issue is what is happening within the Russian elite itself. We've spoken about this before. But the EU's political objective is obvious: weakening Russia with the help of its own supporters inside the country. And this trend is not marginal within the Kremlin. In some ways, it resembles the processes of the Gorbachev era. However, Russia's collapse would not benefit us either. If Russia collapses, an ocean will not appear in its place. Something far more aggressive and radical could emerge instead.
Could major political changes happen soon? Could Putin move into the position of chairman of the State Council while new leadership emerges?
Russia cannot become an appendage of liberal Europe. Naturally, it would transform into a far more aggressive state. It has enough resources to become a massive global problem. If North Korea, with resources thousands of times smaller than Russia's, can frighten the world with nuclear weapons, imagine what could happen in Russia's case. If restraining factors disappear and corrupt rulers are removed, the situation could become extremely dangerous. What we are witnessing today looks more like an attempt to mobilize public opinion, both to intensify hostility within Ukraine and to strengthen anti-Russian sentiment within the European Union.